really well. I've had a great time here. Liverpool is amazing. I actually walked my first night in the rain to Anfield.
Wow.
And I'm an Arsenal fan. Sorry to say, but guess what? Guess who I like number two is Liverpool. If Arsenal's not going to win, I want Liverpool to win. So there you go.
That's fair. We'll take it. Yeah, I always ask the actors and the celebrities who come over here if they have any time to see the city and soak up the culture. What did you get to see? And are you going to be here a little longer to see more?
I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning, but I was that first night. I had the whole day just to recover from jet lag, and then I just walked. It was raining, and then I walked up over the hill where the St. George's Church is, correct? And then I had a beer, a pint in what is it called? It's just this amazing little pub. I think it's the oldest pub in Liverpool, right by the church. Yes! Yes! Have you guys all been there?
Wetherspoons is a chain. Hey, I live here. I know what you're doing over there. Naughty. But it's scary to say that though, because I've been to at least several pubs in England. They say, "Oh, it's the oldest pub," and I'm like, that can't be true. There can only be one oldest pub.
Yeah.
But maybe it is.
But there's a whole plaque that said it was. So
there you go. Can't be wrong. Are you a Titanic fan? Are you a fan of that film and the history of that? Because there's a lot of that here in Liverpool.
Oh yeah, no, I am a fan of that film. That was so sad.
I know.
God, that's the last film I remember crying for. Yeah, like right after it ended, just like sobbing.
It's a tearjerker. They keep playing the theme. I don't know why they would do that. They're playing all kinds of movie themes.
So the Titanic left from Liverpool.
Well, it's correct me if I'm wrong, folks. It left out of Southampton, fangirl nerd over here. But Liverpool, this is where they were based. The White Star Line was based in Liverpool, right? Yes. Built in Belfast, that's right. They have a huge museum and it's amazing. Yes. So welcome to our Titanic panel. I'm so glad you could come.
Oh, good.
Well, obviously we're here to talk about Back to the Future. And I would love to just get your thoughts. Again, you guys get your questions ready in just a few minutes. But I'd love to get your thoughts, first of all, about the film overall. But really, firstly, let's walk back through memory lane and tell us how the role came to you.
Well, unfortunately, Claudia Wells, as you know, who was in Back to the Future 1, was not able to reprise her role. She had, I guess, some issues with her mom, who was not doing well, and so they asked me, possibly because I looked a little bit like her, if I would be willing to pretend to be her. So I really put on I had on a wig. I don't know if you can tell it's a wig. Sometimes I can really tell. And I had the exact same outfit, and I was just supposed to be her. And I really wanted to work with Bob Zemeckis, hopefully in a movie afterwards. So I said, sure, I will do whatever you want me to do. And it turns out that I'm so lucky that I was a part of an amazing franchise. And I think it's a little strange that there are two Jennifers, but you guys seem okay with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very blessed that I got to be in it, for sure.
So thrilled that you were. We love Claudia Wells. She's no stranger to Monopoly Bets, Comic-Con.
She's awesome.
But I did love number 2 in particular, and I thought you did such an amazing job with the role. But what was it like, first of all, working with such an incredible cast? Of course, Christopher Lloyd, bless him, couldn't be here with us, but he's one of my personal favorites, just his entire body of work. But him as Doc Brown, it's just such an iconic role. First of all, let's start with him. What was he like to work with?
Oh, he's so lovely. Have anybody here, have you met him in person at a Comic-Con? Yeah, he's very lovely. He's not as crazy in real life. He's kind of quiet. I think a lot of actors, I would say, are more quiet and shy than you would imagine, myself included. So I just remember just really loving his support and the kind of like calm that he brought to the set. And then Michael was incredible. He was so generous and so much fun to work with. We played a lot of sports together. We played basketball when we were had downtime. And then it turns out that my husband, Davis Guggenheim, he directed a beautiful movie about Michael J. Fox that's on Apple TV right now called Still. And if you ever, have nothing to do, you should watch it.
I saw the trailer for that, yes.
And so the nice thing is that because of that movie, I spent maybe 2 years kind of during the filming of it, and then all the promotion and the awards things. So I've really spent a lot of time with him in the last few years. And he is just such an inspiration. Yeah, he's
a legendary legendary actor, but like
legendary actor and a legendary human, and for all of us just to see somebody who has retained his, sense of spirit to go through such a challenging time and to be so positive all of the time. It's just a real inspiration for all of us complainers over here.
Right. Yeah. And to watch the film, I'm sure you'll see that very personal side of it as well. Let alone that illustrious career that he's had. What a great actor he is.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Well, obviously we love Back to the Future. I hear about a lot of, and I would like to go to one, a lot of the screenings that they do where they watch the movie back with the actors. When's the last time you watched the film?
Wow. I don't know. A long time.
Yeah.
I sleep for a lot of the film. Back to the Future 3, to be honest, I don't watch as often. I think I watched with my kids probably about 10 years ago. I think I watched Back to the Future. They love the movie, so.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, but they really love 1 more than 2.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, a lot of actors always say, yeah, what did your kids think of that role? They go, oh, it's just my mom. Like, they don't, So to hear they love it, that's very cool.
Yeah, they don't like watching my movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel about watching yourself back in any role? Because some actors, I'll ask them this, and some people will say, I've never seen my show. I hate watching myself. Some people say, I want to go back and watch and study myself. But sometimes you have to scrutinize. Is it not something that you enjoy?
No, I definitely don't enjoy it. I enjoy some of the films. I would like to force myself to watch Leaving Las Vegas sometime soon because it's a film that I'm very proud of and that I just think is such a good film, but I still can't watch it. It's almost too much, but let's see, what would I really... Oh, I've seen Adventures in Babysitting. I've seen that.
I saw you in. It's Adventures in Babysitting.
I saw that. Oh, I have a funny story for you guys. So, I do say that terrible line where I say, don't F with the babysitter. And my father, who used to charge us a nickel for every time we cursed when I was growing up, he wrote me a long letter saying that I should not say that line because kids around the world would think it was okay to use that word because I used it. And I explained to him, Dad, I'm just protecting the kids. I have to say the word. That's why I can protect them because I scare those bad guys. And so, of course, I did say the word. And cut to my son watched the movie when he was 3 and ran around the house saying, don't F with the babysitter, don't F with the babysitter.
That's a full circle moment. Do fans at Comic-Cons ask you to write that on your phone?
I do, in honor of the film, the reason why I said it in the first place.
You're standing strong with that line.
I am.
I think you should. Well, a couple questions more about Back to the Future and a few more, then we'll get to the fans. But Back to the Future, the musical, your thoughts? It's done so well.
I know, I'm so excited. I really want to see it. I was going to see it this trip, but my daughter decided she didn't want to come with me on the trip, and so now I'm racing back home, and I wanted to go so badly. I can't believe 4 years it's been playing. Amazing.
We had one screening of it, or talking about it, then people went to go see it after the Comic-Con. We had a lot of the cast here. Some people from the band were here.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I want to ask you about a film that I personally love, which is Soap Dish. And if you youngsters in the crowd, that's your homework tonight, go watch Soap Dish. It's just, how would you describe it? It's like a frothy, fun, soap opera, dramedy comedy, yeah.
Yeah, and the cast is crazy.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Sally Field, Whoopi Goldberg, Kevin Kline,
Robert Downey Jr.
Jay.
Might
know the Iron Man.
Fisher's in it. Yeah.
Princess Leia, I'm translating in Comic-Con.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, that was incredible. I was just like in awe every day I went to work, just seeing all these amazing, iconic actors. Yeah, I know many people haven't seen it, but if you have nothing to do,
I'm telling you, homework for sure.
I think you'll like it.
Another great franchise that you see all of the time at Comic-Con, a lot of cosplay, a lot of costumes in it.
Yes.
Well, we can say Karate Kid, and or we can say Cobra Kai. Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about, there we go. Trainee right there. So let's talk about Karate Kid and then, Cobra Kai and kind of the journey between the two.
Sure. Well, Karate Kid was my first film. How lucky am I that I got to be in Karate Kid? I was not a fan of the title at first. I was kind of like, wow, I'm in a movie called The Karate Kid. It just didn't sound like a really important film. So it's just that really always makes me laugh because it's become such an important film in our culture.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Now, I have to ask, when I saw it coming out, I was like, I'll give it a try, whatever. I loved it. Binge watched all of it. And the cast is always here. We're talking Crease and Mark Cove. We've got everybody. We've got all the girls and boys from the high school scenes. And there's such a nice cast. But were you surprised at the success of Cobra Kai? Because even I was until I watched a few episodes and I understood the hype fully.
Yeah, I was. It was kind of amazing the first season, just to see the boys as men, and then I really understood why it was going to be great, because you already know them. You've lived with them your whole life, and then here they are, living this very interesting, different life, and they've kind of switched places. One person's more successful, and Billy's not as successful, and
right.
And then what really got me, which is really egotistical of me, but when they started talking about me at the bar,
Yeah.
that was so cute, the way they still miss me. I think when they started talking about me, I thought, all right, I've got to go on it.
Yeah. But we all thought that. We all
Really?
thought that. Of course.
At that point, I wasn't sold.
That's funny.
At that moment, I was still kind of wondering what it was going to be, and
Yeah.
but yeah, that was the day.
Full transparency, I thought they wouldn't mention you unless you had signed on already or something.
No.
Wow.
No, it's not funny. And then I was, so then I was kind of upset about what happened to me in Karate Kid 2, right? Because they kind of wrote off my character, and they said that I, busted up his car and I went off with the football player because they actually just didn't want me in the movie. But I thought, okay, you don't have to have me in the movie, but you don't have to write about it like that. Yeah. So I told the producers, I said, I'll come back if Allie gets to finally have her day and explain exactly what happened, and that was not my fault, and that they got the story all wrong. And so then I decided to do it after that.
I love that. Well, I know we're going to have a lot of questions about the boys, so I won't go there. There's just so many things on my list to talk to you about, but I have to also tell you that I am the biggest, to no surprise, Tom Cruise fan in the world. So if we could talk about Cocktail, I'd love to just have...
And you guys all like Cocktail. That's the reveal that we found out about, is that everyone in England loves Cocktail.
Because some things translate and some things kind of don't, but Cocktail is universally loved. But just,
Yeah.
if you could just give us a couple, what was your experience? What was Tom Cruise like?
He's so cute. Well, it was really exciting because my brothers really loved him in Top Gun. So you really have cred when your brothers are excited that you're going to do a movie. And they all came to visit the set, and they were all just like, "Yeah, you're going to movie with Tom Cruise." And so that was just that feeling of excitement. I'll never forget that. And in the first audition I had, we were in the room reading our sides, and he kissed me in the audition. not a crazy kiss, but it was just so amazing at that time, and how being only 20 years old, 23 years old, and Tom Cruise has just been in Top Gun, and you're auditioning opposite. I don't know. I miss the innocence of what that time was like, because it was just so overwhelmingly exciting.
Is he still auditioning by any chance?
I don't think so.
Made it real weird. You know I was going to. No, it's such an iconic film, but I love that everyone over here appreciates it just like we do. We have a question over here. We've got microphones number 1, 2, all the way up top. We also have 3 and 4. There we go. Put the spotlight on. Thank you, guys. Hello, Austin, you cheeky bugger.
Yeah, baby. So my question is, who was the biggest joker on set for Back to the Future?
The biggest joker, I would say Michael. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's got a great sense of humor. He was always joking around, for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, baby. Let's go.
Opie, hi.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she does a great character. My favorite. Thank you, Austin. We've got a question over here, number 2 on the left.
Hi, my question is, did you ever want to do karate in the Karate Kids?
I did. What a great question. Yes, I really did. I was very jealous that Allie was not into karate, and when they did Cobra Kai, and I'm just spacing her name. No, the lead who plays me, basically my character in Cobra Kai. Mary. When Mary was doing karate and she was kicking everyone's butt.
Yeah.
Do you know how satisfying that was for me? That was very satisfying. Yeah, I did wish that I could have been a karate expert, but
Is that you,
Thank
Lynn?
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll go to microphone number 3, all the way up at the top on the right. Hi there.
Hello. So I've asked many people this. This is definitely the last time. But if you were going to Comic-Con in cosplay, what would you dress up as?
Can be anyone, right? Any costume, any costume.
Oh, okay, well, I'll just give you Princess Leia, since I've already been Princess Leia in The Karate Kid. But a lot of people don't know that that is Princess Leia. Don't you think I looked like Princess Leia? Yeah? In the shower? You know the little shower scene when I'm dressed up as Princess Leia? Yeah, a lot of people think that I don't look like her at all. Oh well.
Thank you so much. We'll go to microphone 4 up at the top left, wearing a Back to the Future shirt. Yay!
My name's James Edwards, and it was a pleasure meeting you yesterday and your personalisation of my autograph.
Aw.
You know, where you just put down, I get married in the chapel of love, a brilliant line from the part 2 and all that. I was just wondering, did you see the original film before being cast in part 2?
Oh, definitely. Yes, I did. And I knew it was an iconic, great film. So, yeah, it was a no-brainer to be a part of it, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
We'll go back to microphone number 1. Hi, Jason.
Hi, pal. One of my favourite movies you did was Adventures in Babysitting, or A Night on the Town, as it's sometimes called in some places.
Mhm.
I was wondering what it was like to shoot that film, especially the scene where you're on stage having to sing, because obviously the opening credits, you're great at miming and dancing, but to actually sing on stage, was that as nerve-wracking for you as it was for your character?
Yes, it was. But one thing that I was lucky about is that we did pre-record it. So I was super nervous when we were in the studio actually singing it. So I kind of experienced the scene when we did it in the studio because I'm not a singer. But once I got over those nerves and getting up on stage was kind of joyful. It was really kind of my most happy experience I've ever had in film because we shot it for 2 days straight. We were in Chicago in like a real blues bar with amazing audience members and just all day long to just feel the fun of singing a song over and over again, kind of feel like you're not a rock star, but you know, like it's just one of those moments when you're acting when you get to have an experience that you would never have in real life. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes of all time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just if I can expound upon that, in real life, what is your karaoke go-to song?
That's funny.
Here to hit the hard-hitting questions, you know?
Hopelessly devoted to you.
Yes, that's a great
Isn't
one.
that a good one?
Elizabeth Shue singing Olivia Newton-John is just, my movie mind is just blown. I can't even imagine that. We will go to microphone 2 on the left.
Hi, just to say I've been a massive fan of you since I was a kid, so
Aw,
this is really
thank
special
you.
to me.
Thank you.
The question I want to ask is, with a lot of your films, you've mainly played an innocent being, like Jennifer in Back to the Future or Ali in Karate Kid.
Yeah.
But when I finally watched The Boys and I saw you as Madeline, it was a complete switch up to what you normally do. So I've got 2 things. One, my question is, what was it like playing the complete opposite of many films you've made? And my dad really wanted me to say this. When he was a kid, he had a massive crush on you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, it was really fun playing Madeline, of course. And my husband says that he thinks that I'm more like Madeline than I am all the other parts I've ever played. He always thinks I'm the boss, and that I kind of like boss everybody around in the family. I'm really bossy when it comes to getting a table at a restaurant. Like I have all these boss moments in my life. So a lot of that did come kind of naturally. But it was awesome to play somebody so different. And my scenes with Anthony were so fun and twisted and strange. So I loved playing those parts. And he's such a great actor that I felt so lucky to have that relationship with him on screen. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers to your dad.
I know.
I really wanted to go, and here's his dad! Just kidding. We're not doing that. Thank you, though. Let's go up to microphone number 3 at the top.
Hi, Elizabeth. Do you have any fun memories from the film Hollow Man?
Wow, I do. Wow. Well, my son was 1 at the time, So he loved all the monkeys. We used to go on set and see all the monkeys in the cages, which is super weird. And what else do I remember about Hollow Man? I actually ripped my Achilles halfway through that movie, and so we had to shut down for a few months. So that was kind of intense. We went back. If you ever really watch the movie, when I'm walking around the Pentagon, you'll see I'm slightly limping. So that was part of the movie for me, was just the intensity of having to like go back shooting and really couldn't walk in an action movie. That was tough. But yeah, Kevin Bacon's awesome. I loved working with him, and Paul Verhoeven was great. Yeah, it was fun, like just being an action hero for moments.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Glad you mentioned that one. That's a great one too. Microphone 4 on the top left.
Hey, I just wanted to ask, is Jennifer the role you're most proud of, or are you would you rather be known as the person who did any other roles?
Well, I obviously love being in Back to the Future. I mean, I'm so lucky that I'm in that film. But I would also say just as characters and kind of being able to play people that are just a little bit more complicated, or being the star of a movie. I would say Adventures in Babysitting, and then Leaving Las Vegas was also something that was very important to me. So both of those movies, I would say. But I'm so grateful for every movie I've been in and all the people that I've worked with. And I'm just, I don't think I could really pick one.
Thank you. We'll go to microphone 1 here. Hi.
Hi Elizabeth, great piece of fun to Liverpool, really appreciate that. Big fan since '84, over 40 years ago, 8 years old, watching Karate Kid, which I now watch with my kids, along with Back to the Future 2, Adventures in Babysitting. But the one is Cocktail, as we've said, which I watch with my wife every summer. When it kicks on to the Jamaica scene, we crank open the cocktails, we do the whole thing, yeah? So, with that in mind, and with the Hollywood's current fascination with legacy sequels,
yes,
Cobra Kai, Top Gun Maverick, when are we going to get Cocktail 2 Back to the Beach?
Yeah! Yeah!
Get on the phone with Tom.
Do it.
I've got a synopsis. The Flanagans, Jordan and Brian, you've both got kids.
Yes.
The daughter then goes over to the beach, yeah? And you've got to get her back. When's it going to happen, Elizabeth?
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Just give me your email, I'll say the synopsis, yeah?
All right, good.
Okay, thanks.
Round of applause. We're going to book that movie. Because you know what they say? What's better than one cocktail? 2, my friend.
That's right.
True in life, it's true in film.
That's right.
I love it.
Thanks.
That actually sounds really interesting. I would totally buy a ticket to that. Let's go to microphone 2 on the left.
Hi Elizabeth, I just wanted to ask, because of the range of work that you've done from film and TV, do you have a preference between the two, and do you approach a role differently than filming a one-off film as opposed to a TV series?
I don't think I would approach it differently, because you're just still inhabiting the character, no matter how long the character is going to be alive, over episode after episode. But one thing I do really love about television is you really get to know the family of crew, because you're there for almost a year, and especially on The Boys, which was the most recent. But I was actually on CSI for 3.5 years, and just the camaraderie of the crew all those years, and just feeling like you're a part of a family, I really miss. And sometimes films, they're just done. Especially now, I do a lot of supporting roles, and sometimes I'll go in for like 2 days or 3 days, and you don't even have time to kind of like soak up all the different people that are there. So, yeah, I love both for different reasons, but yeah.
Thank you. It's always a sign of a really lovely person, if I can just say, and when you mention the crew. And everyone always says you have to treat everybody the same, and the crew